So welcome ladies and gentlemen, we're back today, more gameplay, and this time we're discussing the pros and cons of what I feel about PES 2019. So we're going to play a match, we're going to talk about it, I've got some notes jotted down, I'm going to do my best to play and look at notes at the same time. I'm going to play away from home, see if that's more of a challenge. Now, first of all, I'm going to say this much. Personally for me, I'm enjoying the game way more playing with no pass support on. And I'll talk about this while I'm playing. I just feel like level 1, I don't concentrate and think about my play as much as when I have it on off. Because when I have it on off, I know that I have to generally aim, put the power correct, everything has to work. Because if it doesn't, the ball's not going to go to the player. Whereas when I play on level 1, and obviously 2 and 3 is a waste of time, I just switch off sometimes, and the game kind of goes to the donkey doo-doo. So we're going to play with pass support off. I'm going to keep manual shooting, which I've scored a few goals, enjoying it. I haven't really scored any long ranges yet, but still practicing. I like to play with semi-assist for cursor change, because I like to control my defense myself, and that's pretty much it. So we are going to play a lower ranked team, okay? They're going to play a little bit of Flamingo versus Palmeiras. I'm going to play as Palmeiras. They're pretty much very similar in stats, if not the same. Both 3.5. So I'm not going to play around too much with the tactics. There really isn't any point in a 5-minute game. It doesn't really do anything. You can still see we do have some default faces in there, which kind of ruins the effect a little bit. But, this isn't the full build yet. I'm just going to see what we are playing real quickly. Short pass is fine. Playing frontline pressure and aggressive is kind of a little bit too much. I don't want to go too crazy. Up the sideline is fine. That's good enough. Alright, that will do. So yeah, let me get into the match, get into the game, and then we will discuss those pros and cons. Okay, so I don't have the green screen today, by the way. I apologise, it just took a little bit too much time to set up. But the first thing, got to get it out of the way, and the thing you notice straight away, if you've played 18, is the graphics. Massive leap. I mean, a big leap from the grass itself to the players and the kits. Definitely the crowd. The crowd is fantastic, and having a crowd like this does make the graphics stand out a little bit more, because if it was the same crowd as last year, it just wouldn't look the part. The lighting is so much better as well. The menus, I mean, that's really a con. We'll get to cons later. The menus haven't changed a whole lot, and they're still not up to par or up to my standards personally for this day and age. But yeah, first of all, a massive pro, it has to be the graphics themselves. The atmosphere is beautiful. Even the sound does sound a little bit better. I mean, will it get repetitive after a while? That's the question once we start playing the game longer and longer. But yeah, definitely graphically, the game is looking very, very sharp. I'll have to try and take some screenshots here and there. But anyway, here we go. Let's get this underway. So first, if graphics. Second of all, we are talking about the pace of the game. And I'm talking about the pace of the game when you're playing on default or sort of manual passing. If you're playing on 2 and 3 pass support, the pace is going to be faster, so it may not sort of pertain to that. But overall, I like the pace of the game. They've slowed it down. This is the demo, so we don't know if it's going to be there in the final build. I wouldn't expect Konami to say, you know what, I'm going to whack the speed up for the retail. It just, why? People are happy with it, leave it alone. So yeah, definitely happy with the pace itself. There's going to be a lot of errors in this game, let me warn you. I'm trying to play, look, and talk at the same time. Difficult. We also have the animations themselves. I've seen a lot of different animations from defenders throwing themselves at the ball, and realistically as well going down, not just throwing themselves at the ball and looking pathetic. They actually look, realistic. They look well done. So I'm going to swing this out wide. The shooting themselves has got a little bit of a makeover. I'm going to have a strike from here. Oh, unlucky boy. Absolute belter that time. The passing, I've seen a lot more defenders clear the ball as well, which is good. Definitely when you're on the ascendancy, you're down the flanks. Defenders now will not try and walk the ball out. If in doubt, that's the saying, get it out. And that's exactly what the defenders do. They clear the ball, they don't mess around, and that definitely is nice to see. There's definitely more weight. Another big pro. There's more weight to the players. There's more weight to the ball. The physics certainly better. I mean, that's without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, right there you can see a little bit of a misplaced touch. Looked fine. It was behind him. He tried to readjust his body. It didn't quite work out. But there's certainly more weight. The physics are there. There's a lot more dipping. We've seen the rising shots. That all sort of comes into play with the new shooting mechanics as well. The ball is not always zipping across the turf like we're playing on carpet anymore. I mean, it does bobble around. And, yeah, I'm just... what the hell is that? There's a slight annoyance there with... sometimes the AI do go the wrong way when you don't want them to. But, hey, we're on the pros right now. Oh, we've left him! Oh, unlucky boy. So, yeah, more weight, physics improved, definitely. Let's just quickly have a look at this. This is a nice move. Saw the run at the back post, couldn't really do much about it, and that's unlucky. The nets, goes without saying, possibly the best nets I've seen in a PES game ever. Definitely the best PES nets I've ever seen in a game. It's nice to see. Alright, 1 second, so we can quickly go and score this goal. Ding that one in near post! Oh, you absolute plum! Sorry, I'm getting involved here. I'm not going to have a bending shot because I haven't had one. That was terrible. The stamina itself. No, I haven't seen any injuries per se. And if you saw the video I put out there, it goes to show you that injuries will just happen on a random basis. It could also be to do with form. You know, if you're on blue, you're more likely to get injured as opposed to green. But I definitely have seen a big factor in stamina. If your player is knackered and he's up against a defender who isn't, yes, he will have a hard time. That was not really... Oh, get up! Oh, that's unbelievable. That looked really good as well. That was all my own fault for giving the ball away. But anyway, stamina itself does play a more important part this year. And I think that is one of those things that's going to take a bit of time to see, especially in the longer matches and online. Online is going to be key. If it plays a big role online, people are going to have to make substitutions. And that brings me into my next pro, quick subs. I'm loving quick subs. It works. It's not, you know, a new thing that's been created. No, I know EA and FIFA put that out last year, but it works, doesn't it? It's easy, it's quick. You're not limited on who you can take off. If you want to take off a certain player, you can do so. Swing this round here, and there you go. There's an example. Completely overhit it, and out it goes. So yeah, quick subs are very nice, efficient, and do the part. I'm liking the first touch. Some people have complained about it, but you know what? Having a random first touch sometimes, where if the ball is fizzed into you and they can't bring it down ASAP, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Not everyone is Messi, you know, or Mbappe or Neymar. There we go, 1-0. How's he missed it? I'm getting ripped apart here, to be honest. It's a nicely worked move. I don't know how he's missed from some 6 yards. Completely fluffed it. I mean, the ball bobbled in front of him. So, you know, it wasn't as easy as it looked. So, yeah, I personally like the first touch. Some people may not. But, yeah, I think it works well. Let's swing this out wide here. That's a lovely ball. Get it down, touch inside. So good defending there. He actually read where I was going. The shooting itself is varied. I did a little bit, you know, briefly spoke about that. Because we've now got the rising shots, the dipping shots. I think we're going to see a lot more goals scored from outside the box, but not necessarily looking, you know, super unnatural. Because nowadays, look, with these new balls and the way these balls move in the air, it's very unpredictable. Very, very unpredictable. Fouling. Yes, I've seen quite a few fouls, and that's right there. That's nice. I like to see that. And you know what? I'm going to pause that and replay that for you guys, because that's a prime example of new animations and players not getting in the right positions or an overhit pass, whatever. So right here, look, I've overhit this. I know I have. He's gone the other way. He's tried to cheekily just stick out a foot and get something on it. And then at least, look, he didn't stop. It's not like he stopped. He said, you know what, there's the ball, let's carry on running. and he just tried to keep going. Nice to see, nice to see. So yeah, the fouls have certainly been improved. A little bit more physicality as well from the AI, which is good. So yeah, they're pretty much my pros. There may be more. Leave your comments below, because I kind of want to get a list and feel for what everyone else thinks about the game. I really want to whip in an L1 cross here, because they're so much better. There it is. Oh, it took a deflection off Diego Alves. Collects it. So let's talk about the cons real quick before this game ends. The CPU is still random for me. They'll have some fantastic games, and then they'll be absolutely woeful. I've seen Barcelona be beyond shambolic at times. I mean, I don't know what is up with the coding for Barcelona, because sometimes top player is easier than superstar, and that really shouldn't be the case. I'm going to do one more game after this, because I actually want to play well. What the hell was that for a pass? So yeah, CPU still random. I still want to see them enhanced, tweaked, and further improved for retail. Simple as that, because I don't think you can ever have a good enough CPU. Always improve them. The keepers themselves, we'll do another match here. It's the boys shake hands. But yeah, the keepers themselves are still not seeing enough movement off the line when you're running towards them. And it doesn't have to be them running out like a madman. I'm talking about just coming out and closing down the angle and making it a little bit harder on yourself. Who should we do this time? Who haven't I played with? I mean, Colo's kind of hard. You know what? Let's play up against Colo, but we'll play with Sao Paulo this time. Another bit of South American action here. Why not? But yeah, keepers, they need to come off their line a little bit more. They need to sort of make a decision, because if you're running at an angle, a diagonal line towards the goal, you can pretty much just keep going that way and then just smash it into the far corner. You rarely ever have to go near post, because the goalies they just make your mind up for you, if you know what I mean, if that makes any sense. Sometimes I'm finding there's a little bit too much space, and the AI, but this all stems as well to the AI. They back away from you when they don't need to. I don't mind if they back away from you if you have the ball in your own half, but when you're in the final third, you're on the attack, you know, they should not be running away. They've got to be closing you down and just not giving you the time of day, because, you know, that's football. I mean, no one wants to concede a goal, right? If you're going to concede a goal, then you might as well just sit back and give them the ball. This is going to be interesting against Colo. I haven't really played against them. Apparently they're quite difficult to break down, because they probably play quite defensive. All right, boys, we're going to get the ball out here or not? Challenge, son. Get there. No, we didn't. Challenge. Well done. So we'll get back to the cons in a minute and just trying to find my feet here. All right, back to where we were. Pass assist 2 and 3. Let's briefly talk about that, shall we? It needs to go. There's no need for it, Konami. We do not need... It's basically... We have assisted, right, on pass assist 1. And then we have assisted, and assisted. Even FIFA doesn't have such a high level of assistance. If you play on 3, the game is pretty much doing everything for you. I don't see the enjoyment. And Konami can say what they want, that, oh, a lot of people play on it. Yeah, a lot of people play on it because there's no middle ground there. If you're going to play on the easiest setting because you want to win games, you'll do it. So if they got rid of it, people would actually have to learn how to play this game without 100% assistance. It's a good challenge, Valdez. So yeah, I personally feel, and I think a lot of people feel, that pass assist 2 and 3 has to go. Don't need it. If anything, we can have manual, semi-assisted and assisted. And that is more than enough. Oh, I was trying to just flick that on there. Didn't quite work out. You can see Colo are quite... Get out of the way, son. There's the AI as well. Sometimes, yeah, they will do dumb stuff. Try and keep the ball real quick. I'm actually going to whip this one over the top. Oh, what a ball that is. Get it. Oh, and down he goes. Nice animation there of falling on his ass. Alright, another pro that we have. Camera angles still not brilliant for me. I don't like the broadcasty feel. The broadcast camera as well has still got the stupidly horrendous zoom feature that has to go as well. I don't know why they add it in the game. I've never seen a match where they zoom in so close. I don't know where they got that from. That needs to be removed. Instant replays need to be improved because you can't even take the perfect image because you can't bring the camera up far enough sometimes. These are all little niggles, but they're things that have been in the game for an awful long time. The referees, you know, are hit and miss as well. I mean, sometimes I've got the ball and they've given a foul, no idea why. Sometimes they've missed them. I don't mind that though at times because, you know, referees generally nowadays make so many mistakes. I mean, you saw in the World Cup just how many there were. I'm making a lot of errors in this game, but I'm trying to chat away and it makes it hard playing on manual. But I enjoy playing this way because it's more of a chess match where I have to try and break down the AI. And you've seen the AI miss and you've seen the AI make mistakes. And when you play on manual, it just doesn't feel as annoying, you know, when you're playing on like Pass Assist 1. I'll tell you what, Colo, see their tactics are set up very more, look at them, they're up my arse here. I'm going to have to try and work my way out. Pressuring. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, those are my pros and cons. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you agree, if you disagree, if you have anything else you think needs to be added. What am I doing? What am I doing, boys? Alright, let's wake up here. Because we are playing all over the place. There is a big difference between, I'll tell you that much, playing manual with Liverpool and playing manual with Sao Paulo. Yep, there's quite a big difference. But overall, you know, I'm enjoying the game. It's had its quirks at times. It's different to PES 2018, but, you know, there is still the same fundamentals in there as well. I don't agree when people say it's quicker. I really don't. I think the pace is slowed down, but it really also depends on how you play the game. Alright, let's see what happens here. Come on, boys! Now there's... No, I got caught the wrong side, and that's a good save. And quickly, let's get this going. We've got 15 minutes here. Let's actually try and get a move going. Alright. Bring it forward. Now lay it inside. Now give and go. Give it back to him. That's beautiful. Hit that first time. Should have gone further away. But that's better. And it looks natural when you play like that. We are going to make a quick sub. No, we're not, because I think I pressed the wrong button. Right there. Nicely worked. Was this far away? I think it was too far away. But yeah, leave your thoughts, recommendations on PES 2019. Do you recommend it? Give your score out of 10. I mean, I don't know what I would give it. I'd probably give it, you know, an 8. A 7.5 and an 8, you know, because I still think there are improvements. But I think it is going to be a good Mars League this year. I think that goes without saying. I fizz that in. Oh, I love the L1 cross. There's a little tip for you. If you're whipping them in and they're going all over the place, hold L1 when you make a cross. It makes such a difference. But this game has been pretty good. I think for the most part, this looks more like a realistic sim than what it normally does. Just get that out. But anyway, that is my thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know yours in the comments below. Subscribe for more. Any recommendations for other videos, let me know. But until next time, take care.